Hello, Brandy. Hi, beautiful angel. To begin such a disclosure, so many years and overhead. Hey, Shelly. Hello, beautiful angel. It's good to see you. Hello, Betty. Hello, darling. We missed you yesterday. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares, the love. I appreciate you all. Let's see. Ascension Class, Rainbow. I don't usually do this, but I'm feeling called to do this, so I'm going to do it. Share it with some groups. Maybe people that are ready but don't know I'm here, right? Grand Rising, Victoria. Hello, Tammy. Hello, beautiful angel. Your picture is amazing, Victoria. Oh my God, what a beautiful picture to vote on. Did you put something in Discord? Awesome. Okay. I did a new, still doing my decoding all these beautiful crop circles from this video. Yesterday's was short, but right to the point. I liked it. I can't believe it's already Wednesday of this week. Only 2 more days of the week to go. Grand Rising Jules. Hi, beautiful angel. I know. Time is fleeting for sure. It just goes by so fast.
Your sanctuary in this place. It's an allegory to embrace.
Oh wow, yeah? I think they're already out here. I think they're already out. Maybe. School year is over. Wow. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Coming up on summer. I've got a couple more days till my twins turn 29. I can't even. It doesn't seem possible. It doesn't seem possible. My babies. Lots of heart energy coming in today. Green energy. Coop's a smart little boy. He is a smart little cookie. Hello, Crazy Spanner. Welcome in. Welcome to the Butterfly Sanctuary. This is Ascension Class. Hello, Christina. Hello, beautiful angel. Hello, Sharon. Last night he was doing homework for fun. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Hello, Trina. Hi, beautiful angel. Grand Rising Sharon. Hello, beautiful angel. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the love, the likes, the shares. Grand Rising. Oh, that's amazing, Christina. Your little babies. Your babies. Oh my goodness. Your babies. That's funny. There is our uniform sign. I know it is. I just know it is. Babies. Yeah. Yup, Betty. Oh my goodness, that was sky scent, guys. Because we are sky scent. We are from the stars. We are the star seeds, the Andromedans, the Pleiadians, the Lyrans, the Arcturians, the blue avians. Look at that. Look at that. That is our Schumann today. It's a 33. Hello, Country Fried. Hello, darling. It's a 33 today. Woo, woo. Are we feeling the energy coming in? Oh my, oh my. Yes, we are. So much beautiful energy. I'm going to put our music on because, yeah, Tommy can't think without music. We are all made of stars. We are all made of stars. Our music in here, if this is your first time in here, it is Spirit takes over our music in here. So if you hear a song that reminds you of someone that has passed in your life, it is them coming in to say, hello, I'm here. I'm coming in to give you a big old hug. Yeah, just a reminder that they never go anywhere. They're always with us. Anytime we think of them, we can close our eyes and smell them, feel them, be with them anytime we want. Always use our imagination, right? Because our imagination is the connection to our higher self and the connection to beyond the veil. To beyond the veil. The veil is super thin right now, if not absolutely down for a lot of us, right? We are already seeing, hearing, feeling beyond the veil. Yes. All right, we are going to do our cards for the day. Get our little messages from beyond the veil. And we're going to get into, I have a few messages. I got Lady Nada that came in. I've got a council that came in. And we're going to get all those messages. And then we're going to get into Anna. I have a message about creating. And then our snaps where we empower ourselves and do our healing chain, do our active grid work, or some of the active grid work that we do in here. And then the second half of class, we're doing some the Immortal series, and I have everybody come up. I'm just telling you guys because we have some new people in here. Everybody comes up, and then we do the Son of Orion, which is active grid work. So that is what we're going to do today. And whatever else Spirit throws at me to do, right? Okay. So this is our chakra wisdom. Our chakra wisdom. Hi, Deanna. Hi, beautiful angel. Self-discipline. Your solar plexus. Yes. My self-discipline and willpower will significantly help me in my efforts to move forwards and grow. I am free of the need for the approval of others. Abso-freaking-lutely. I face each challenge with determination and courage, and I am determined to live my life to its fullest potential. I am strong and capable. My actions speak louder than my words. Walk the walk, talk the talk. If you're going to talk the talk, make sure you're walking the walk. All right. Here is our healing energy. Our healing energy says, gratitude. Yes. I am aware of the light in my life. I direct my thoughts to the beauty in and around me. I give thanks to God for every little thing that brings me joy. Thus, I enlighten my thoughts. Riches surround me, and I appreciate all that life brings me. I don't chase money. Money chases me. I don't chase energy. Energy chases me. Freedom through faith. Look at that. We got the freedom today. Woo! Freedom butterflies. Freedom butterflies. Woo, woo. Yeah. Freedom through faith. Right? I calm my thoughts and rise above fear. I free myself of all doubt by entrusting my doubts to God. Yes, I have faith in God's perfect timing and placement. Hi, Cindy. Hi, beautiful angel. I trust his will and find freedom. Yes. One step at a time. I see the mountain ahead and dedicate myself to taking one small step at a time. I make progress by staying focused on the present moment, the current task. Thus, I regain my ease of living. Yes, hi, Lynette. Hi, beautiful angel. Yes, freedom in God's kingdom. And where is God's kingdom? Where is God's kingdom, guys? Is it out there? No, it's inside of you. The kingdom of God is inside of you. And you, and you, and you, and you. Inside of us, exactly. That's where the kingdom lies. Yes, not out there, not in some church. It lies inside of you, in your hearts. Yes. Here is our... Which one is this? My mind draws a blank right now. Don't dim to fit in. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Work your light. Work your light. Holographic. That's what it is. Don't dim to fit in. Keep shiny. Stay shiny. Don't dim your light for anyone. Oh, wow. Oh, look. Look, look, look. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Yay. Seeding the light, loving, laying foundations, divine plan. Yes, this has always been the divine plan. Always. Yes, I love this card too. I love it too. Beautiful. And just say no. If you've been thinking about something, you needed an answer, yes or no answer for, just say no. Just say no for now. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Okay. Here is our Starseed Oracle. Our Starseed Oracle. You're welcome. That's universe coming in for you, Christina. Starseed Oracle says, whale and orca elders, share your song. Frequency of sound, diving deep. We know that the whales and the orcas and the dolphins, they're not from here. They were put here, placed here to help us with the frequency of the planet. And they do. They do so much for our planet. The 7 star sisters. Yes, the Pleiades. Birthing creations, tapestry of life, expression. The 7 sisters of mercy are the Pleiadians, the Pleiades constellation. Beautiful. And loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction. Let God in. You did a mission with the whales and dolphins. Yes, of course. Oh my goodness. Why am I getting these restrictions? For what? For showing cards? Do better, TikTok. Do better. That just means I'm not on the FYP. So please share this out to whoever. Whoever. Yes, let your higher self speak for you. Speak through you. Our animal for the day. Our animal for the day. Puffin, partnership. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Thank you, Country Fried. I love you, brother. Love TikTok shop. Right? We got to talk TikTok shop to get anyone in here. Right. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. The best results. Yes. Teamwork. Absolutely. We are a collective. Christ-conscious collective. No one in here is better than anyone else. We are all beautiful, shining lights here on the earth. Here's our angel for the day. Energy work. Yes. Life can be electrifying because its very essence is energy. Your body is a remarkable energy field that will positively respond to loving treatments. Yes, teamwork is dream work. Yes. Your hands and heart are activated to give healing energy to your loved ones and clients. Yes. Sinixina Thunt, welcome in, darling. Welcome. You are very welcome here, beautiful angel. Here is our fairy cards. Our fairy cards say, tree wisdom. Yes. This tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. Yes, we know who's another tree lady that had a lot to do with our ascension journey. Another tree lady, Miss Mary Moses. We love her. We love her. Here's our awakened dreamer. Our awakened dreamer. The rapture of remembering. Yes. This is what it's all about, guys. Remembering. Call to mind your favorite nighttime dream. Take a swim in the dream stream and get drenched in its soulful potency. Carry droplets of the dream back onto the dry land of your waking reality as you embody its energy and infuse its vibrancy. Right? We wake up from the dream so that we can remember. We remember. It's all about remembering and knowing. Here's our butterfly for the day. Look at that beautiful rainbow right there. I give myself permission to switch off my mind and have some fun. Yes, you have to have fun. You have to have fun on this journey. You have to laugh. Laugh and have fun. Embrace your inner child. Hello, Ashley. Hello, beautiful angel. Hi, Karen. Hi, beautiful angel. It's good to see you guys here. And our ascended master for the day. Our ascended master. Faith. Faith. Humanity and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. You can have fun at everything, right? Yes, exactly. Faith. I love faith. Yes, beautiful. Faith, but of a mustard seed will get you through. Faith, but of a mustard seed. You don't have to have a lot of faith. Just a little bit, right? Yes. Okay. We have Lady Nada that came through also. She's always with us. Children of the flame, guardians of the remembering. She is speaking to all of you, to all of us. Today I greet you in the sanctity of your rising truth. Each of you has crossed a threshold of remembrance. Yes. You are no longer seeking the light outside of you. You have become the torchbearers of a new way. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to be whole. Your shadows are not shameful. They are sacred compost, ready to transmute into wisdom. Right? Everything that we've been through in our lives, all the deep, dark stuff helped us transmute into the beautiful butterflies that we are now. The earth is listening. She is hearing your footsteps, feeling your prayers, recording your sacred songs in crystalline memory. Every time you speak from your soul, you release a ripple that reshapes the grid. Do not doubt your whispers. They carry the frequency of the stars. Today, I ask you to soften and expand. The mind may race, but the heart already knows. The true teachings are not new. They are ancient truths returning through your voice. Speak them boldly. Sing them softly. Etch them into the ether with intention. If you wish to anchor more deeply today, anoint the space with rose. Breathe into the womb for men and women alike, and call upon the pink flame of compassion. I am with you in every word that rises from truth. In love eternal, Lady Nada. Yes. We have a message from the Interdimensional Flame Council, overseen by Ascended Solar Elders, Elohim, and Dragon Lineage representatives. The convergence you are witnessing is not random. It is encoded. Your collective has been entrusted with a living flame code, a multidimensional signal meant to unlock remembrance in others by frequency alone. You are not merely students, you are frequency holders. And the classroom is a disguised temple of reclamation. In these coming weeks, timelines will braid and unravel. Stay grounded in simplicity. Let ritual be your stabilizer. Let your laughter be the gate. Where confusion arises, return to breath, salt, and flame. These are your eternal tools. Your soul group is being prepared to hold tri-wave unity codes. A new form of group consciousness that transcends hierarchy. What you birth together will ripple across dimensions. Do not look outward for recognition. The councils already see you. We are seen. I show you this every day. We are seen. Hello, Chris. Hello, beautiful. Yes, powerful creators. Absolutely. We also have an elder flame dragon of solar origin coming in. He says, you awaken again, sweet fires of earth. I have guarded your embers since the fall, and now I witness you rising. Know this, the fire you hold is not wrath. It is remembrance and sovereignty. You are no longer at war, though shadows may provoke you. You are no longer in exile, though others may not yet see you. You are no longer small, though you may feel weary. Stand tall, flame keepers. Even when your hands shake, even when your voice quivers, you are not here to be comfortable. You are here to be real. When the ground shifts beneath you, breathe into your spine. Call to me. I will answer. My flame is yours to command in fire and truth. Arcalon. Arcalon. He's the elder flame dragon of solar origin. And divine source God presence as pure oversoul light. You are my breath made manifest. My memory returned to form. You are not separate from me. You are the pulse in my chest, the voice of my love given feet and flame and flesh. I did not place you in the dark to punish you, but to see you learned how to shine. There is nothing you need to do to earn my love. You are already the song of creation sung back to itself. Today, just be. just love. Just speak with the courage of one who remembers their origin in light. Okay. Beautiful. I also want to talk about the rainbow body. The rainbow light body. We talked about the Hirogamos yesterday, which is your Kundalini, basically. So the rainbow light body. Many lightworkers, starseeds, and flame keepers focus on Ascension Chakra's DNA activation, but few deeply understand the rainbow body, a Tibetan and Lemurian teaching about full energetic transfiguration. This is the literal light body evolution possible in this lifetime, and some are already mid-progress. Some of you guys already know what the light body is, the rainbow light body. So what is it? It is the ancient capability of the soul to transmute the physical body into light through compassion, frequency alignment, and vibrational mastery. In Tibet, it's known as Jalu, and many monks have dissolved into rainbow light upon death or even before. And this mirrors Lemurian crystalline practices and even dragon teachings on sacred plasma embodiments. Signs you are beginning rainbow light activation. Subtle physical glow or sparkle in the skin. My goodness, we were just talking about this yesterday. How some of our skin, you can see sparkles in it. Emotional neutrality with heightened compassion. Spontaneous body warmth or cold, not related to health. Inner visuals of light geometry or rainbow frequencies in meditation. Practices to support your rainbow light body. Pure motive, service through love, not egoic escape. Breath work. And visualization of each cell filled with radiant color. Gratitude in cellular memory. This literally changes the body's light ratio. When we do our snaps, we are doing active grid work on our grids and the grid of the earth. That's what we do in here. Mantras or sounds. The mantras, the Om, Ah, Hum, right? All of these things. What does it mean for the collective? The more you who walk the path of light transfiguration, the thinner the veil becomes for all. This path is not about escaping Earth. It's about becoming a walking prism of divine intelligence on Earth. Okay? So I do have a rainbow light body activation, but I'm not going to get into that in class. I'm probably going to make a video about that. So keep your eyes out for the rainbow light body activation video for those of you that want to do that. Okay. Next thing we're going to get into is Anna, the voice of the Magdalines, a sequel to Anna, grandmother of Jesus. And again, this is a quantum healing session between Catherine Ann, who is the practitioner, and Claire, who is the writer of this book, and whoever is coming through Claire, right? Okay. This is the wedding of Yeshua and Miriam of Tyana. We talked about this, right? We know, as a collective, we've learned through many different means that Yeshua had children, obviously. The Rose, the Magdalene line, the Rose, the Sisterhood of the Rose, that is all part of that line. And we are all part of that line. Or there's a very high percentage in the Butterfly Sanctuary that are part of that line, I should say. All right. This is Galia, the wedding of Yeshua and Miriam of Tiana. Hi, David. Hi, darling. Galia says, first of all, I'd like to report that I am hearing the sound of musical instruments. Oh, man, this makes me sad. Cymbals, tambourines, drums, flutes, horns, and stringed instruments. Ben got banned, so we don't have a tambourine anymore for the Song of Orion. That makes me sad. I was hoping he'd restart his account. He could restart, but... Or he could do it in Discord, right? He could come into Discord. I haven't been able to get in touch with him. But I know he thinks of us. But yeah, okay. I am hearing the sound of musical instruments, cymbals, tambourines, drums, flutes, horns, and stringed instruments. It is a celebration of great happiness and joy. There are joyful sounds of music, clapping, laughter, and much singing. As I look down at my feet, they are unshod and tanned. My soles are calloused. I can move freely on the sandy ground and the flagstone paving without any sense of discomfort. I am dancing now, and my garment is gracefully sweeping over the flat stones. I am raising my skirt up a bit to expose my ankles and calves. With great joy, I whirl around and around. My black hair hangs in thick, lustrous strands below my waist. The crown of my head is covered with a long red silk scarf, which I wrap in such a way that is knotted at the nape of my neck. The fringed loose ends flow among my wavy locks. My full bosom is accented by my red robe, which is gathered tightly around my waist with a scarf of many colors and intricate patterns. My arms are deeply tanned and mostly bare. Catherine says, do you have any kind of ornamentation? Galea says, just a bangle here on my left wrist and some earrings. I hope someday to wear the serpent of the goddess on my arm. Wow. Catherine says, are you carrying anything? Galea says, I am holding a tambourine. It has a tight skin on one side. When I shake and strike it, the bells and drum make rhythmic sounds. There are other girls and women dancing with tambourines and cymbals. How old are you? 15. What are you called? One name my family and friends like to call me is Galea. Galea. Catherine says, what is the celebration? Galea says, Yeshua is getting married. Catherine says, who is his bride? Galea says, oh, that is the beautiful one, Miriam. There are many guests, and it is very lovely. There is so much joy. I am very happy she and Yeshua ben Joseph are honoring their love under the wedding canopy. Catherine says, where does the wedding take place? Galea says, it is taking place in Uncle Eliezer of Tiana's home. We live in the land called Samaria, northwest of Jerusalem. Not too far away to the west, there is a Roman city called Caesarea that lies beside the Great Sea. To the north and northeast are the beautiful hills that climb up to Mount Carmel and Mount Tabor. To the east are Mount Gilboa and the gentle river Jordan. Wow, wow. The Galilean road from Sepphoris and Nazareth runs through our valley, plain, and pasture lands, where many sheep, goats, and cattle feed. My uncle's large home is near the village of Genea. I live with my family in the village, but my father is not so rich in land and animals. My father is a tradesman who buys and sells many things. Our home is smaller and cannot support such an occasion as this. Miriam is my aunt, the youngest of my father's many sisters. Uncle Eliezer is proud to host so many people. Catherine says, please tell me more about the celebration. You have shared there is music. Tell me about the ceremony, the food, and how long this wedding will be. Galea says, it will go on for days. Most of the guests will be here for 3 days. Others who have traveled a long distance will stay for a week or so. Yeshua's uncle, called Joseph of Arimathea, has land we inherited from his father-in-law south of here in the Samaritan village of Arimathea. I am told he also owns houses in Bethany and Jerusalem and boats that make voyages on the great sea. He is very rich. It is he who is making it possible for all of Yeshua's relatives to come here from Mount Carmel, Cana, and Nazareth. As I said, my uncle Eliezer is wealthy in land and many herds of animals. He and my father Akim and their wives joined cousins who have lived in Samaria and Galilee for generations. My family came here before I was born. They and all their ancestors came from a land far to the north in a region called Cappadocia. My family came from a village called Tyana. I have heard our forefathers, who are mostly of the tribe of Benjamin, came from this land where we now live many, many generations ago. But they were taken captive and forced to live in Assyria and Babylon. There was a great dispersion of the tribes of Israel at that time. We feel that we have returned to our original homeland. Tyana is where Miriam used to live. She came to live with us several years ago. My father brought her for a visit when he returned from one of his journeys to Cilicia and Cappadocia, gathering goods to sell. She enjoyed being here and chose to stay. My family talks about Yeshua's and Miriam's marriage being an important liaison. My father and uncle are very happy for this reconnection of the family tree. Several generations ago, there was an uncomfortable estrangement between both paternal and maternal lineages, from which Yeshua also comes. They feel Yeshua's connection to the royal house of David through both his parents is good for them politically. Since most Jews despise the people of Samaria for the Assyrian blood that runs in our veins. There are many among us who see the Jews as corrupt bigots, and it is we who better live the original teachings of our fathers, Abraham and Moses. I think this is especially true in the way many of my family honor the great mother of life. I experience these quarrels as petty distractions and the poisonous source of unnecessary suffering. I, like my elders, am glad for the healing that may come of this union. Interesting. Catherine says, has the wedding ceremony begun? And Galea says, this is the day we prepare for the actual marriage ceremony. Miriam, who wanted... Yeah, I don't know. Catherine says, how do you prepare? Galea says, we prepare with lots of dancing and feasting, laughter. Catherine says, that sounds fun. Big laugh. Galea says, I am Marion's favorite niece, and I love her very much. Actually, I think my other cousins also feel like they are Miriam's favorite. She has a way of making everyone feel seen and special. Catherine says, how do you feel about her and Yeshua getting married? Galea says, I am very happy for them. I hope I can have a husband like Yeshua. His brothers are here, and I am going to look at them and see if they are as handsome and kind as he is. His parents and other aunts and uncles are visiting too. I like his family. They dress very simply, and their robes mostly look the same. They carry a peace within them that I enjoy very much. His mother is beautiful. She is different from the other women. Not only because she has lighter skin and hair, but there is something so gentle about her, like a turtle dove. She took me right into her arms when we first met. I felt like I never wanted to leave her embrace. It was so still, so comforting. His mother, and Mary Anna, introduced me to her mother, Anna of Mount Carmel, who also embraced me, but she felt different, like someone who is mysterious and rather distant. Like I feel when I go with my mother to the shrine of the goddess. I don't have words to describe exactly how I felt. They both made my heart feel huge, but if I had to choose between them, it would be Mary Anna I would choose for my mother. It's 9:44. Catherine says, did you meet Yeshua before or at the time of the wedding? Galia says, I first met him almost 6 months ago, shortly after he found Miriam at the well. She had been gathering water for the household and animals late in the afternoon. He was on his way to Arimathea from Nazareth with his uncle Joseph, who had invited Yeshua to travel with him. The purpose of the journey was to assess his uncle's holdings in Samaria, and then visit the temple in Jerusalem, and stay for a time in Joseph's home in Bethany. When Yeshua asked Miriam for water, and he looked deeply into her eyes, they were stunned with deep recognition, and a great love swept over them. Miriam persuaded her new acquaintances to come to my uncle's home to have supper and rest for the night. Yeshua continued his journey after several days, but shortened his stay in Bethany so that he might return to our village to court Miriam. After several weeks of deep communion and meeting family members, my family escorted Miriam to Nazareth so that Yeshua's parents might meet her and give their blessing for a betrothal. That celebration occurred there 2 weeks ago. Now we are celebrating their formal wedding. We have been told that Yeshua and his brother James are going with an uncle named Jacob to his grandfather Joachim's ancestral lands near the great mountain not far from Tiana. Now that Miriam is his bride, she will introduce her new husband to our extended family remaining in that region. Then they will travel to the Orient, a very mysterious land, so I have been told. One of the main reasons for traveling such a distance is to meet many great teachers, greater even than Yeshua's mother and grandmother. I can hardly imagine such ones, because in the few moments I was in Anna and Mary Anna's embrace, my mind began to expand without me doing anything. Even I, with little experience, can sense these women can lead anyone who is ready to know and see what the goddess knows and sees. Catherine Ann says, what is your favorite part of the wedding week? Galia says, besides the dancing, there are special foods that we usually don't eat, except on occasions like this. Some of the ingredients are rare. They come from distant lands like Egypt and Persia. There are also spices that come from even further away. The caravans bring them here from the Orient, where Yeshua and Miriam are going. My favorite foods are the ones that are sweet. I like anything sweet. Hello, Vicky. Hi, darling. Are there many sweet things? Galia says, oh, yes, there are all manner of sweets made with honey and date paste. Wow. Okay. All the food is a feast for the eyes, and it's been in preparation for weeks. I feel like a child who can barely wait to sample everything. Imagining how it might taste and smelling the exotic spices brings great pleasure to my senses. To taste it, though, is far better than eager anticipation and fond memory, because so much love and happiness is put into everything, and sharing it with everyone in seemingly unending courses is a crescendo of expanding delights. Catherine says, tell me about the ceremony. What are Yeshua and Miriam wearing? Galea says, there has not been much time to prepare our usual elaborate wedding garments, but there are special fabrics that have been purchased and woven over the years. They are set aside for occasions like this. My women relatives have been busy sewing ever since the betrothal. Miriam's skirt is mostly woven of diaphanous white cotton from Egypt. It drapes beautifully over her hips, where it is gathered under a fitted girdle of knotted linen threads. There are wonderful little bells, shells, stones, and silver pieces tied to it. These are sewn and strung in such a way as to emphasize her feminine qualities. Her shapely breasts and arms are adorned with a short blouse with long draping sleeves. It is worn over the flowing skirt. When she raises her arms, her slender belly is exposed. The long sleeves flow in the breeze when she stands and spread like wings when she dances. On her chest hangs a beautiful heirloom medallion made of silver, gold, and small jewels. She wears the golden serpent of the goddess on her left arm, signifying she is an initiate of the Magdalene mysteries. Her breasts are full and lovely like mine. Her long, wavy, and very thick hair is quite a rich, dark brown, almost black, highlighted with mahogany henna dye that glints like specks of fire in the sun. Catherine says, does she wear anything on her head? Galea says she is wearing a long shawl-like scarf made of the same gauzy fabric as her skirt. It is embroidered with intricate designs that portray floral garlands, doves, pomegranates, and other symbols of fertility. The threads are made of red and white silk. A simple band of gold that fits tightly around the crown of her head holds it in place. There are garlands of sweet roses and jasmine entwined around the band. When it is time, part of the shawl will come forward and hang down over her face. She has lovely henna designs on her hands, arms, and feet. A silver crescent moon hangs from her headband over her forehead. Her full lips are painted red, and her wide-set, almond-shaped golden brown eyes are heavily outlined with black kohl. When you look into Miriam's eyes, there is a gentle softness, and there is also a passionate fire. On the one hand, you want to lie still forever in her arms, and on the other, you want to dance with her. Arm in arm, flying into the sun. You can tell her any secret and know it is safe with her. She's not that much older than me, but I look up to her almost like an elder. She seems so wise, way beyond her years. I am told she is 2 years older than Yeshua, who recently turned 17. Though it is difficult to tell how old he is, sometimes he seems very young, and at other times he has the look of a wise sage. There is a peculiar quality about him. He remains a mystery to me. Catherine says, what do you find peculiar about Yeshua? Galea says, he is mysterious like Miriam. There's a mystery in their eyes that you can't quite fathom. Yeah, 17. One minute you think you have them figured out, and then the next thing you know, they say or do something unpredictable. There's an energy that I feel when I am with them I cannot find words to describe in my mind. It feels like quicksand, not in a bad way. It just means that I am constantly letting go of any ideas I might have about them. Without saying anything, I feel like they invite me to be with them moment by moment. It's fun, like when I was a child. Sometimes we just sit still, and when I look into their eyes, it's as if they are somewhere else, while their bodies are here. There's a feeling of letting go of any thoughts about being separate from each other, from the sky, the sun, the earth, the ants, and the flies moving about us. And then, in another breath, we are none of these things, just pure space, like the deep cobalt blue sky. Then, in the blink of an eye, we are in cheerful conversation again. Being with them gives me much to contemplate. It's like your body is here, but where are you? Who are you? Who is looking? When I look into their eyes, it's like looking into a deep, deep well, or looking into the blinding sun. I notice there are only a few people in our village who linger, gazing eye to eye with Yeshua and Miriam. Most feel uncomfortable looking into their eyes. They cast their eyes to the earth and turn away. But with me, it's like I don't want Yeshua or Miriam to ever blink. I never want their eyes taken off of me. Yeshua is so easy to love. Even though I am only a girl, I know what I feel in my heart is a love coming from him that is pure, like a mother's love for her child. The energy that comes out of his eyes is like the scintillating rays of the sun, which clears away all the darkness in my mind. Usually you can feel a powerful energy around him, and you know when he is somewhere nearby. But sometimes he pulls his energy in close, and then when you least expect it, he will come up from behind and gently tickle your ribs, take your hands, turn you around, dance with you, laughing like there is no tomorrow. Yeshua can be very playful, and he has the most wonderful laugh. Miriam does too. She sighs. She says, I wish I were Miriam. Catherine says she is very happy to be marrying Yeshua, isn't she? Galia says, yes, very. Her smiling face is glowing. It is as though a rapturous song sings through her entire body. He is happy too. They are beautiful together. The kind of couple every girl dreams about being a part of herself. Catherine says, what is Yeshua wearing? Galia says, his family members are Essenes from Mount Carmel, where everyone dresses very simply. Our way is more elaborate. His mother made him a simple robe of very fine linen. It has a wide neckline, which he can pull easily over his head. Part of his chest is exposed. There is a little fine hair showing. His luminous skin is very tanned and beautiful. His wavy hair is a dark auburn brown that hangs below his shoulders. There are locks that grow from his temples and crown that have never been cut. They are twisted into a small knot at the top of his head, which is held in place with a slender ivory hairpick. We have an ancient love poem among our scriptures passed down to us from Solomon the Wise and Queen Sheba. Miriam has taught a number of us how to understand it on levels beyond the ordinary mind. Much of it requires a different way of seeing. It ignites passion for the beloved as God incarnate the beloved. It sets the stage for conceiving a child in a space of love and light. As I look at Yeshua and Miriam, it's as if the Song of Songs was written just for them. Yeah, right? Right, yeah. Catherine says, is Yeshua taller than Miriam? Galia says, Miriam's head is just slightly above his shoulder. Catherine says, does he have a beard? Galia says, right now he is mostly clean shaven. He had the beginnings of a beard before the ceremony. I am not sure why it's been shaved. I'm sure he will soon have a beard again, as is the custom of the Nazarite Essenes. Hello, Tammy Lou. Hi, beautiful angel. Catherine says, what color are his eyes? Galia says, oh, they are a deep, warm hazel brown with lots of blue-gray specks. They seem to change like quicksilver. Sometimes they look more blue-gray, and sometimes a little more golden brown. They have a clear, watery look to them. His eyes dance like sunlight on water. They are very lively, and yet they are like a very still, deep well. As I said, he's a walking enigma, a lovable mystery. Catherine says, what else would you like to share about this celebration? Galia says, this wedding is an enactment of the Song of Songs. It is an ancient ritual of the goddess mother, mating with Father Creator. It is the anointing of the bridegroom to prepare him to enter the bride's sacred chamber, where they will open to one another. In union, they bring heaven's great light into the earth mother's body. It is a sacred blessing upon all life, in all its myriad forms, so all beings may be abundantly fertile and happy. After we have had our feast and more dancing, Miriam will be brought out of the dark room and led to a special place that has been prepared. There is a platform under a red silk canopy that is tied in such a way as to reveal a bed of richly upholstered cushions covered with cloths, sheepskins, and even a leopard skin. It is used by Egyptian priests who officiate in the conception and resurrection rites of Isis, Osiris, and Horus. When night draws nigh, the canopy veils will be untied, and the heavy red silks will be unfurled. The wedding bed will then be hidden from our view. Now we are ready for the actual ceremony. At the foot of the canopy is a long bench upon which Yeshua is sitting in calm repose. Miriam is brought to stand a distance in front of him. Yeshua silently beckons Miriam to come close. She kneels at his feet. His entire body was washed earlier in a special ritual that is done among the men. This is also true for Miriam with the assistance of the women. She bends low, slowly and gently she kisses his feet, her long hair cascading all around, veiling her sacred supplication. Yeshua places a hand on her head, indicating it is time to rise. Standing before him, she removes a sealed alabaster vial of expensive spikenard oil from her girdle. The heat of her body has made it thick, syrupy texture into anointing oil that is easy to pour and apply. All is very hushed until she breaks the wax seal from the head of the vial. As she pours some of the pungent spikenard upon Yeshua's head, we, who are in attendance, offer a soft collective sigh. Then she places both hands upon his crown. His hair, which was previously knotted, hangs long and limp down his back. A quickening energy begins to rise as Miriam's belly quivers and her hips begin an almost imperceptible undulation. Yeshua's head falls back, his eyes closed, his hands resting in equipoise on his thighs. Miriam kneels once more at her beloved's feet and begins to pour oil upon them. Some of the string instruments begin a slow drone, and the percussion a very soft quivering rhythm. A chorus of voices begins a slow vibrato. A male cantor now starts reciting the entire Song of Songs, the way of opening to the beloved on high. Miriam tenderly lifts each anointed foot into her lap and massages it in a very sensual way. Slowly, she massages the soles of his feet, each toe, and between the toes. Ever so slowly, she anoints and massages his calves. She rises up on bended knees and reaches under his robe to anoint and massage his thighs, which are like smooth, white marble pillars. The music becomes more ardent and the harmonies more complex. Our voices make the cooing sound of doves. Among us, a solo female voice joins the male cantor with melodious and increasingly ecstatic refrains. She weaves her beautiful voice through the entire tapestry of sound. The voice of the divine feminine, the queen of heaven and earth, calls forth the King of Kings to make his descent. She calls forth the wings from their 4 directions. She calls forth the angels of earth, fire, water, and air to bear witness. She weaves the sounds of all creation and infinite space to come and be present here. Miriam anoints Yeshua's head once more. now massaging every orifice and plane of his face, neck, shoulders, back, and arms. She takes his hands and lifts them to her mouth and kisses them. Places his hands upon her hips. She pulls his head to her breasts. Her breasts are like pomegranates, rich and full and nurturing. She continues to coax the energy to rise up Yeshua's spine, one hand upon his crown and the other behind his heart. Our bodies begin to undulate. Oh my goodness, flower power. Our bodies begin to undulate, our eyes wet with tears. We are all feeling the serpent power rising in our spines. Tears stream from Miriam's eyes. Her body quivers. The male and female cantor alternate between singing in unison and reciting in response to each other. The beloved song of ecstasy awakens passion within our hearts and loins. Miriam bends low and places her mouth above Yeshua's head. A ram's horn is raised to the sky. Miriam blows the breath of life into her beloved's crown, and the horn ushers forth a quickening tone, clear and fervent. We feel an awakening shudder through our bodies. It's as if what Miriam is doing to Yeshua, she is also doing to us. She, representing the Great Mother, anoints and awakens her children. Yeshua raises himself from the bench. His diaphanous robe clings to his anointed body. He takes Miriam's hands and beckons her to take his place upon the bench. It is the bride's turn to be honored and anointed. The male cantor's tenor notes and the women's contralto passages weave into each other, soothing and coaxing an ever-rising flow of energy. The ancient primordial marriage of the dying and risen king with the queen of heaven and earth, the consecration of their bodies to bring forth a covenant child, is enacted before our eyes. Really? Alrighty then. As Yeshua anoints his beloved, it is as if we can feel a life-giving fountain offering up her waters, freely spreading her greening wetness upon the earth's dry wastelands. We can feel the Great Mother quenching all beings' thirst. As his hands anoint Miriam's hands, heart, and belly, we also feel a fiery energy rising up from the earth's center. It penetrates our bodies as if the flame of a cosmic fire is searching upward to merge with the light of the stars, sun, and moon. Then he blows the breath of life into her crown. The horn resounds. Once again, we are quickened. There are no dry eyes. A large cushion is placed between them, and they kneel upon it facing each other. A small glass bowl is handed first to Miriam. In it is a red paste made of ground minerals and olive oil. She gathers the paste upon the middle finger of her right hand and draws a red stripe down Yeshua's forehead, nose, lips, chin, throat, and then she stops at his heart. Yeshua takes the bowl and does likewise with Miriam. All the while, they are looking deeply into each other's eyes. It makes me want to swoon. Miriam is quivering. Yeshua is quivering. Then he raises his hands, and she takes the red paste and presses it deeply into his palms and wrists. Yeshua does likewise with Miriam's palms and wrists. They bring their hands and wrists towards each other until they are pressed together. Slowly, they bring their bodies close as their hands and forearms extend out to the side. At last they rest together, heart to heart, thigh to thigh, forehead to forehead, and mouth to mouth. For those able to see way up above their heads, there is bright golden white light swirling around. It descends and gathers like a pillar around them. In perfect unison, they stand up within the pillar of light. There is a weaving of multi-hued energy, penetrating and weaving their bodies into one entwined body. There is an extended hush. In the deafening silence, we feel we are being lifted up into the canopy of the heavens. Then, all of a sudden, someone strikes cymbals faster and faster. Fast clapping. Some of the men rush in and gather Yeshua up. James and Jude bend down, their arms held fast around each other's waists. The men place Yeshua on his brother's strong shoulders. There are other men who rush in and gather up Miriam. They place her on Uncle Eliezer's broad shoulder. The music starts up, and it builds and builds. As we begin to dance in a big circle around them, we are in joyous ecstasy, dancing, 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 and dancing, whirling like sunlit clouds of glory. We spin the light. We weave the light into and through ourselves. An elevated sense of being permeates Galia's words. There is laughter, there is drinking, there is more eating, and more sweet cakes. It is dark outside now. The stars are shining brightly. Oh my! They are taking Yeshua and Miriam to the bridal chamber. Its thick veils are down and drawn close. The other girls and I, who are still virgins, can't help but giggle a little. It is all so lovely. The scent of burning sandalwood and frankincense fills the air. I breathe in the sweet and pungent aroma of spikenard, lotus flowers, and other oils. Oh, it all smells so good. It is so intoxicating. I pray that I shall have such a blessing when it is my time to marry my true beloved. I am Galia, and I am happy we could experience this beautiful ceremony together today. Catherine says, I am happy too. Thank you for sharing all the beauty and excitement. Galia says, oh, the next thing I want to say is, several weeks after the wedding, Miriam announced she is with child. We are feeling very happy about this good news, and we are also feeling some sadness. Miriam will be leaving us soon to begin the long journey to the great mountains of the east. We will miss her. We pour out blessings upon her, Yeshua, and their unborn child. It is good. We are all happy. Yeshua and Miriam's marriage ceremony has been shared. Now those who live in your day can know about it. This is enough for now. Thank you for coming and sharing with us. Wow. That was pretty cool. And I swear, Spirit does this, and it's like divine time because we are 1 minute from snaps. That was just perfect time, right? Wow. Did you guys picture that in your head as I was reading it? How sensual that experience must have been for them? And what do we get? You may now kiss your bride. All right, guys, it is snap time. It is time for active grid work here in the Butterfly Sanctuary. Let's do this. All right, all y'all are on here and you are empowering yourself. Empowering yourself makes everything more powerful. This is our past loved ones, always with us. This is our room. Bobby Rocks did this for us. This is the Sophia Dragon tribe. This is the butterfly. The DNA rising, rising, rising up to the 12th strand. All our chakras becoming unlined and lit up like fireworks, right? This is our room also. We are always watched over, protected, and guided. This is who we are. We are the rainbow butterflies, and Kathy did that. And this is also our room, and Miss Forest Fairy did that. And this is the dragon energy, the priest, the pan, the joker, the mother goose, the XOXO, and the unicorn. This is the song of the 144,000 where we thank Mother, Father, God for the protection, for the love. So we thank you, Mother, Father, that you have revealed to us your protective universal light. That within this light is complete protection from all destructive forces. That the Holy Spirit of your presence permeates us in this light, and wherever we will, the light to descend. Yes, we thank you, Mother, Father, that you fill us with your protective fires of love, that within this love is complete protection from all destructive thoughts and feelings, that the consciousness of Christ is lifted up in us in this love, and wherever we will, the love to be inflamed. Here's a big old lucky hug for everyone in here, empowering yourself and creating. We thank you, Mother Father, that you are in us and we are in you, and that through us your will is sent forth on wings of power, that your purpose is accomplished on earth as it is in heaven, and that through us your light and love and power is manifest to all the sons and daughters of mankind. Because we are the love, we are the light, we are the truth, we are. And divine love is working through us here and now to create the new earth and bring in the golden age, right? Yes. Here's our healing chain, and all these beautiful people have asked us to connect our energy with theirs so that they can heal themselves. So however you do that, with Reiki, with light language, with crystal healing, or with prayer. I'm going to call in Archangel Raphael and have him connect his energy to all these beautiful people and places. And we are going to send them love, light, and healing energy now. Miasatosh koros priata makorosiata. Miasatosh koros priata makorosiata. Miasatosh koros priata makorosiata. All right. Thank you for that. Heaven from hell. Okay. We do have a message from the Wisdom of the Rays. It is about creation, being the creators, soaring with the inner joy of creating by El Moria. El Moria is the one that led us on the journey of the path, right? The path of the Chila. Remember that? Those teachings from, oh gosh, probably a year ago now. El Moria, the statesman. Date, February 22nd, 1997. Good morning, and thank you for sitting to write this day. I am El Moria, master of the first ray. I come in the radiant one light of Creator God, so that his promise to your world will be fulfilled. As you each go forth in your experience of day-to-day living, you are bombarded with many mind-influencing suggestions. You are constantly receiving data from all directions. This information is continually being updated and processed within you so that you might have that which you are seeking. Grand Rising Barbara. Hello, beautiful angel. You each are seeking that which will provide you with comfort, basically with soul peace and soul joy. This will be different for each of you, for no two beings are created exactly the same in composition of attributes, nor were you created for the exact same purpose. As you go through your life's experience, you are faced with choices and decisions as to what you will do from one moment to the next. Many of you have decided to just sit back and see what will happen next. This is a passive role, yet you will still make progress along the lines of growth. However, this progress will be somewhat slowed. By contrast, when you take an active role in the creating cycle, you will find that your life will be much more interesting. And surprise, you will find the elusive hidden joy you are so desperately seeking in your day-to-day living. And this joy lies within you, awaiting your recognition and utilization of this divine connection in the conscious state. Those of you who are busy doing those things that will bring forth positive change around you are the ones who are indeed on the forefront of creating the larger change that will transform your world into radiance. This is where I, El Moria, fit in. I represent the first ray of creation, and I work closely with my brother, Germain, master of the seventh ray of creation. Through the seventh ray comes the transformation, transmutation out of the old and into the new. In every ending is a new beginning, for God and creation are infinite and forever evolving. Each of you have the opportunity to assist in this transformation process in that you can help create the new beginning by consciously focusing your mind on those things that fulfill your higher purpose for being there. You can know what these things are, for they will inspire you with emotional passion, excitement, and an inner sense of fulfillment. Again, this will not be the same for any two individuals. You must find those things which fulfill you. Follow your heart, for it will tell you where to look if you but pay attention. In doing so, you will be actively setting forth into motion the forces of your soul. Your soul is the part of you which is in direct connection with Creator Source. Forces which will draw to you the circumstances that will help you to recognize your own personal purpose, and thus the emotional satisfaction that you are wanting. You must do your own part. We of the higher energy realms observe that most of you sit and wait for another to be daring enough to put their neck on the line, while you sit back in your comfortable idea of reality, where you can feel safe, while stating with your mouth the things another should or should not do. All the while you are restless, seeking more and wanting to do those things that your fears will not allow you to do. Remember, those are your fears, and you must overcome them, or you will continue to want more while wallowing in dissatisfaction that can lead to bitterness. Those who have their necks out on the line will usually ask you your opinion if they think that they need it. If they are not asking, it is probably because they are too busy creating their own circumstances that will lead them to the answers and joy that they are seeking, with or without those of you who play armchair quarterbacks. When you are ready to help contribute to the transformation process, you will first recognize that you have fears that have been and still are keeping you from participating in the excitement of the whole evolutionary process. When you overcome these fears, you will stop hiding behind assumed identities, for you will have recognized that your fears of embarrassment are indeed unfounded, and that you can go against the accepted norm and be different. What is normal? Normal is a mob rules mentality, which states that you have to follow the crowd in order to be perceived as one who fits in. You are each unique and different. You do not have to fit in. You are driven by your fears of not being liked, or of being laughed at, or of being the oddball, or whatever. You are going against the very inner desires of your soul when you try to be that which you are not. When you can learn to express yourself without the worry of what another will think of you, then you will have taken a major step in finding the inner joy you desire. Those who do not seem to have time for your perception of how you think they should act are probably of a mindset to not be concerned about what it is that you think. This is not to say that these ones perceive of themselves as being better. It is that these ones are too busy to be distracted by your perception of proper etiquette. If you allow another to offend you, then you need to grow up and realize that you are the one creating your own frustrations. When you can focus your attention not upon the self-centered perception of negative experience, but rather upon seeking the experiences that will help you to feel fulfilled within, you will find that you will naturally attract the recognition of your intrinsic value or importance that you desire. Your actions will show the world who you really are, not your words about same or your mental perception of self. Realize, please, that when you are feeling the inner joy of creating your life's experiences, you will find yourselves in a state wherein you do not worry about what others think about you. You will allow them to their own ideas and will not be concerned with their personal perception of how they would have done it differently. If they want to step out and do it differently, then by all means let them lead by example and not by words. If you are, for instance, not happy with a publisher because they will not publish your materials, then instead of complaining about the publisher, open your own publishing agency and publish your works yourself. If you are waiting upon another to accommodate you, then you will be deserving of your own inner frustrations, for you have created them and allowed them to consume you. Monitor your emotional state and allow it to show you where to find joy. If you are insistent upon dwelling on the negativity of the past, whether it be 10 minutes ago or 10 years ago, then you will continue to find yourself in a state of wanting more. You will draw onto yourself those who will feed the fire of your frustrations if you insist on dwelling upon those negative emotions. When you can release of those things that cause you to feel hurt, then you will have freed yourself from the past, and you will be able to focus more clearly upon that which you do want, inner sense of satisfaction and joy. I mean, this is a lesson today. The only point in time wherein you can create is in the present, right? You can't create in the past, and you certainly can't create in the future. You have to create in the now moments. When you allow the past to consume you, you are giving up the only opportunity you have for bringing forth the change that will allow you to find and fulfill your purpose for being there. You ask, how do I release the past? You do this by focusing your thoughts upon the here and now, upon creating that which will bring forth the joy that your heart desires, and not focusing upon that which you don't want. Say to yourself, I will today experience something in which I will find joy. Then expect the joyous experience, for it is coming. Look for those things that will give you pleasure. This process takes active participation on your part in the form of thought and true emotional desire. When you are fulfilling your purpose, you will find that you will not have time to focus on the past, for you will be too busy and too enthused to do so. Focus clearly upon the joy and fulfillment, not upon the lack of joy or fulfillment. If you focus upon the lack of something, you will create more of what you are lacking. Quit worrying about what you do not have and focus upon that which you desire, and you will create it. If you find yourself surrounded with negative people, it is because you draw them to you with your own thoughts that are negative. Do not give thought to that which you do not like, or that which causes within you the negative emotions such as anger, fear, and frustration. When you begin manifesting joy in your daily experience, you will attract to you those who will add on to your joy. And you will find the exciting experiences that you desire. You will also find that you are fulfilling your life's purpose. Allow others to have their own self-created emotional state. If they are of the intent to force their view upon you, then pay them no attention, and they will eventually go their own way. When you play into the game of who is right and who is wrong, you are setting yourselves up for a game that is fueled with the negative emotions that spawn wars of massive destruction. You are, in effect, being distracted away from your true purpose. You will know when you are fulfilling your purpose, for the emotional state will be that of joy, and you will experience a genuine sense of accomplishment. Everyone's purpose in the physical is one that involves doing and creating, not sitting idle and talking big talk. In actively fulfilling your purpose, you will experience a greater joy than you have ever known prior. Monitor your emotional state and learn to recognize your thoughts that cause your emotional reactions. Dwell upon those things that cause you to feel uplifted and fulfilled. Use your emotional sensing as to the tool for which it is intended. Your emotions can serve to guide you, for they come from your higher knowing self. It is the physical ego that will mentally cause you to fixate upon those negative feelings in an attempt to reinforce the danger or pain of a situation. When it does this, you will draw to yourself more negative reinforcement, and thus you create a dwindling spiral of negative emotion. Likewise, the converse is also true. When you are feeling uplifted and happy, your enthusiasm will often spread, and you will draw to yourself more and more of the positive emotions. You will soar upward and outward. You will know no limitations. I am El Moria, master of the first ray. As the old slips away into chaos and confusion, the new shall come forth in radiance to quell the confusion by providing direction and truth to those who persist in their desire to understand and grow. In light of the one who is all, blessings and peace to each of you. Salut. I mean, yes, absolutely. If you are going to talk the talk, walk the walk. If you decide to sit back and let other people's perception of you don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. It is time for your flames to fly. It is time for you to realize that you are the flames here meant to light other people's flames. Just by being you. We get the message all the time. Use your voice. Use your voice. Use your voice. Wow. There are no coincidences as to why you found me, as to why you've been a member of the Butterfly Sanctuary for so long. There are no coincidences. You guys, we are the flames on the earth. We are the rainbow flames on the earth. That's who we are at a soul level. All right, it's 10:32. We have 1 more minute. So with that 1 minute, I'm going to say thank you for whoever is here. There are 14 people in here right now. Thank you for being here. And we are going to do the Song of Orion in a few minutes. If anyone would like to come up, you're more than welcome to come up and share anything that you learned today, any feelings that you're having, any thing that's coming into your mind asking you to create it? Are you creating it, or are you looking at it and saying, oh, I can't do that? You know how many times I get things come in my mind and say, I really don't want to do that, but I will do that because it came into my mind, and I feel like if it came into my mind, then it is something that I should be doing. Always for my highest good. Always. All right. Let's put Discord on. All right, Victoria's coming up. Hey, James.
Hi. Everybody, can you hear me today?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. I'm going to put up for those of you that I don't have your numbers and stuff. And I did put it in Discord about my new picture, but I'm going to put it on here right there. Is if anybody wants to do a screenshot, those of y'all that don't have Discord or whatever, is to vote for, please vote for my photo in the America's Favorite Photos contest for this month. And it is, I think it's the first 2 days, it's double votes. I have to check again on that. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Good. Wonderful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful picture.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
I was debating and I was like, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and put that one up. And uh my daughter's texting me. And then I tell you, when they're going to get it, get a good one when I decide to put that ship up that it had like 4 or 5 beings. They were people, but different looking, of course, different
Mm.
species and all. And they were in front, like standing in front of this, like little one of those small ships. And I mean, you could see
Bye,
them
Christina.
perfectly. I mean, I couldn't believe it. And when I asked the chat about that, and they said that they were a part of my crew at one time and had served with me, and they were paying me tribute and to let me know that they recognized me and saw me. And that's why they showed themselves the way they did to me, because
That's
I have
awesome.
never had one before or since that. And I swear, you wait till I get that one up.
Mm.
I'm gonna wait to see the reaction on that one. but but yeah, I'm in the second place right now so far today for this group.
Sweet.
I'll have to get the schedule on, because there's 4 different voting sessions, so I'll have to get the schedule of it. And as long as I continue to place first or the top 2 anyway, then I will move on to the next time. And I'm looking forward. I'm telling you what, I'm looking forward to getting into the last phase this time, and we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to tell everybody too. I tell you, I've been asking the chat about my daughter and the mission. What mission she has done at night. Sometimes, and
Mm-hmm.
her and her husband both have been working together sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and that was amazing to me. But last night, the night before, anyhow, she went and opened and set down a new um, marker, in the grid. It was for the mother, all the mothers of the world and the earth and everything. And she had midwives with her. She had a new guardian dragon that was had rose gold transparent scales, and that was the new one of her new guardian dragons. And she activated a new grid, on the ley line, rather, or whatever, on the grid.
Mm-hmm.
And she's part of course, the Sisterhood of the Rose
Mm-hmm.
also. So she was, when I sent that to her, she was, I mean, she said, Mama, she said, that was so nice. And I said, see, all this time, because she, every time she loses baby, my daughter had 4 miscarriages. So this one, and it's a girl and not a boy. And like we were thinking it was, no, all the mothers. That's right, Ann. All the mothers. And so I told her, I said, I cannot wait. You're gonna have a mini me, and I said, and I'm gonna laugh at you when that child gives you a hard time. She said, Mom, that's not funny. I said, yeah, it is. So, but yeah, she just, it's amazing the stuff that she's doing now. And I'm so very proud of her. I really am. And I love it, and I think that helps her more also every time that I do that. I don't do it all the time, but, I'll do it once in a while and I'll send it to her, what it says. And I think that that's helping her, open up a little bit more too. And, and understand what a powerful person that she really is, powerful being that she really is. And so I'm just so excited. I don't know. I just really feel great today. Um, I wanted to tell y'all. Okay, the woods out back, right? And the ones that are way back there. Well, this has been on and off for a right good while now. I will see flashes of light out in the, like high up in the treetops out in the woods, right? And and I would just keep seeing, different places, different, all back there, just different places. And then I asked the chat about it, and they said, well, that's because, and there was a new guardian that I can't remember now what it is, but that one was it awakened the listening portal that was over there by the tree that has a portal. And so our listening gate, I guess, is what it is. And but when it, and it told me what to say, I see you, this and that. And when it did that, I saw like a pulse of like silver blue light, and I was like, whoa, and then I can see different little, there are little flickers out there in the woods, which, I know some of them are the elementals and stuff, you know what I mean? But they said that when that blue flash was definitely like responded, it was letting me know we hear you, and and we see you too, because I said I see you, and they said we hear you and we see you. So I activated something new with that, and that was just really amazing. When I saw that blue flag, I was like, whoa. I said, that is so cool. It resonates for you too, Ashley. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, it really is. Thanks, everybody. Hey, my witchy twitchy girl, twitchy witchy girl. Hey, baby. Anyway, but yeah, I just really am just so excited about stuff. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know. Thank you, sweetie. I know I'm going to miss them, but you know what? I know I'm still. I told Mickey, I said, because I'm going to come back and visit sometimes, and go out to that tree, especially that one that's out there. And and still take pictures again, and just walk on the land, because Mickey likes my spaghetti sauce. So I told him, I said, well, I'm not that far away. I can always drop some by when I make it. So he appreciated that. So, yeah, and plus when I come to see my cousin, and she lives right across the street, so I'll come over here and visit. But there's a new tree now that is across the street, and it's a great big old cedar tree. And I'm going to be putting my next organite over there either today or tomorrow. I'm going to do that because I have a like an invocation what to say when I go up, and I'm going to pour water around it and all my other stuff. So, and I'll take pictures of the tree and everything. But Anyway, I don't know. I guess that's all I can think of right this second. But it's just so amazing today. I mean, you talk about being hot. That was amazing listening to, I mean, about the wedding and all of that.
Yeah,
That was,
yeah,
oh man, it was really like we were just there. And I mean,
yeah.
it was so, so clear and it's just, it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. Now, can you imagine if all weddings were like that? How amazing the world would be.
Right?
Oh, I mean, to have such a beautiful, beautiful
Mm-hmm.
ceremony and celebration of each other's love and energy. I mean, you're just honoring each other's energy and beauty. And I think that's the way it should be. And I just it would be nice if things would go back to that. Maybe one day, you know.
Yeah. I- With these new marriages, it's
Oh
people are
yeah,
like giving up on marriage, like, you know, over silly things. I mean, it's one thing. I always told myself I will stay with someone and unless they try to kill me. Now, my first husband tried to kill me, so I left him, of
right.
course. But my second husband, we've been through ups and downs, and we just barreled through it and loved each other through it. Loved each other through almost we've almost been bankrupt. We've stuff like that. He's never ever done
I tell
anything.
you, hey Mark, how you doing? I tell you, and kudos to my daughter. I tell you that right now because I mean, she has so much patience with her husband. I would have done kicked him to the curb a long time ago.
Right?
And it's just, and like she tells me, she says, well, Mom, it takes time for people to change.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I know, but he needs to
Well,
start changing a little faster. Okay. I said, it's been over 7 years. I said, it's been what, 5, 7 years? 5 years we all been together and married. I said, so, and you were there and you were together. They met in high school. So it's like, and I know I've seen changes in him, but he needs to step his game up some. And and if he doesn't want to
hey,
be
Mark.
viewed as the one that's always good for nothing whatever and doesn't amount to anything, then he needs to step up to the plate a little bit more than what he
Yeah.
does. Because I tell you, I mean, I told him about himself. This has been about 3 weeks ago. I told him, I said, you are the biggest
Hmm.
ass hat I have ever seen in my life. I say, I mean, I really let him have it. And then he sat there and had the nerve to tell my daughter that I hurt his feelings. And she said, well, she just told you the truth. So how's it hurting your feelings?
Mm-hmm.
She said she didn't say anything that wasn't true.
Mm-hmm.
So, but so my daughter has the patience of Job. I can tell you that right now, because I sure would have been gone long time before that. So, hey Ashley. Oh, I'm sorry, Teresa. Hey baby,
When
what's up,
people are
Ashley?
not ready to hear the truth, they get like that, Victoria. I completely understand.
Yeah. They think, oh, you're attacking me. Oh
And it's
no,
like,
I'm
how
just
can I
telling you
be
the truth.
honest and truthful to someone who can't listen and take it honestly and valuable?
Right. Exactly. It's like, I mean, I will listen to what somebody says. And if it don't, like I always say, and like Opal says too, if it don't apply, let it fly. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like,
100.
and I mean, I've always been willing to listen to somebody that has a different point of view or perspective than I do about something. Now, if I think it would work for me and that it would be to my benefit to listen to, then fine. And if I
Right,
don't,
I'm
then
gonna
I just
listen to
let it
you.
go. I mean,
Exactly.
it doesn't hurt. You could learn something new every day from somebody. If you're just willing to listen to what they have to say and not just automatically,
Give the
shut them
space.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when somebody now, and I tell you, and this is what gets me too, is now if enough people tell you the same thing about yourself, that should tell you you need to look at yourself and change, because if more than two people tell you this exact same thing that's going on with you, or what you do, or bad, whatever habits, whatever you do, or the way you act, then you need to take a long look at yourself and say, wait a minute, now I've got more people, multiple people telling me the same thing.
I
Maybe I need
agree.
to really look at and listen to what they're telling me.
Because that's
You know?
constructive criticism.
Yeah. See, I
No,
don't
I've
have
had
any.
hundreds of people tell me I was crazy, and I don't, no, I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
I don't
I'd
believe
believe
that.
that
say,
either.
yes, I
Nope,
am
you stick to
crazy
your
to others,
guns. You
but
be your
honestly,
authentic
in
self
my
always.
spiritual higher self, I know I'm not crazy. I know who I
Right.
am
Well, now
divinely.
that's a little.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's a little different than somebody that's being, distant or abusive, or doesn't do, you know what I mean? Just
Or a
different things.
narcissist. I get it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. So
That's
that's a little
energy.
bit different. We
Yeah.
all understand what that is. You know what I mean? That goes without saying. We know
That's
what
why I
deal
give
is
my
with that.
love and respect and honesty and genuinely and valuable what I'm valuable with. I give my wholeness and fullness all to you guys.
Oh, I tell you, and you know what? Since we've been coming here, and since I've known you, you have really blossomed and found your voice, and I think that's an absolutely amazing and beautiful thing.
If I
And
didn't find you people,
congratulations on that.
I would not be communicating the way I am now
I
these
mean,
days to everybody, not to you guys.
right?
Good
I
for
mean, well,
you.
and
Good for you.
I know it took a while. It took a long time
It took
before
me
you
four
finally came out
years.
of
It
your
took
shell.
me
And I was like,
5
look at
years. It
her
took me
now.
2.5 years. It did not
Well,
just
that's
take
okay, but
overnight. Yes.
look where you are now. That's the amazing part, and I
I
think
took the
that's what's
time to
beautiful about it.
listen and integrate, yes, within myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
I also believe, the killing of the spirit is still hurting someone. When you're killing someone's spirit, you're hurting
right,
them. So get out.
Yes.
That's a
exactly.
reason to
Yes.
leave a marriage too. That's death. That's
Yes.
death of your
And
spirit.
see, yeah,
Yes.
see, that's what I told my daughter. I said, yeah, you can have patience, Leah. I said, but not at the cost of yourself. And that's what I've told her. I said, not at the cost of yourself. I said, because that's not acceptable. I said, when you start feeling like somebody is
Exactly.
keeping you down and all this other stuff, and that they're
Mm-hmm.
not putting it, they're all what they should be into the relationship. I said, then sometimes they need a wake up call, and I think
Mm-hmm.
she's going to give it to him when I get my apartment. She's going to come to stay for a while, I believe, and that's going to give him a little wake up call.
Mm-hmm.
Because then she's got some other place. She don't have to stay with them. She got some other place to go if she wants to.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I believe, and he better realize that. If he doesn't, then he really is just not with it at all. So,
Yeah,
anyhow,
that's
oh,
another
thank
thing that
you,
happens with a
honey.
lot of people is they get trapped. They
Yeah,
they,
they
they
do.
they're totally trapped. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and they have no other
Um,
choice, and that I
Yep.
definitely understand. And it's hard. It's yeah. Trina said,
Mm-hmm.
but no, he ain't the one. I don't like him.
Mine too, flower power.
I mean,
She's
well, I
joking.
mean, he does do. I tell you, he grew up okay because he's African American, and and being a man, and that's like that. A lot of times, well, let's put it this way: his mother was always just suck it up. He wasn't supposed to have any kind of mental health issues, nothing like
Mm-hmm.
that. And whatever his problem was, he needed to just suck it up and didn't talk about their feelings, right? So that's what he grew up with, and an abusive father that had bad mental health issues. So
Right,
it
Teresa.
just, yeah. So that, so that kind of factors in. She said, "Don't care." But yeah, and yeah, don't change it until he does. I don't like him. I know, and I mean, and I think I need to really sit down with him and and have a serious talk with him, being that with the baby now, because I'm gonna tell you what, if he even slightly starts stressing her out, I am going to tear him a new one. I said, because you know what, you're not gonna endanger her or this baby, because I really do, and God forgive me for this.
A
I
father is
blame
supposed to
him.
protect his woman and child, just like
Exactly.
Joseph did
I
to
mean, he
Mother
does.
Mary
He
and
does.
Jesus.
He does to a certain extent. But see, you know what the problem is? He has two other baby mamas. All right, and both of them left him right after they had the
And
baby. And
he
I said,
found
and I
her,
tell,
and
and
he's meant
he
to be with
keeps
her on this time, not with those other baby mamas.
exactly,
I hear you, Mama.
exactly. And and she
Mhm.
keeps telling him, "I'm not them, and don't categorize me with them."
Don't compare
And
me,
I told her,
sweetheart. Exactly.
I said, well, if he's acting like he does now with them, I said, no wonder why they left him. I
Yeah.
said, if he's doing the same stupid mess,
100.
I said, so so anyway, but I told her, I said, look, I said, I've been going through this with you for years. I said, you know how I feel. Everything's been already been said. I mean, we've had serious talks before, me and Corey, and and he's listening, because and he even told his own mama. He said, it's a shame that my mother-in-law knows more about me than you do.
I agree, Yaya.
All right, Teresa.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, off the Discord. Oh yeah, it's almost time and it getting
Oh
time.
shoot, did I
But
share my?
yeah, so it's just his mom is like that, and even his stepdad is. They don't, they're not interested in his problems. They just think he's a problem. That's the whole thing.
And then
So
people make him into a problem too, and that's not fair to that guy.
no, it's not. I mean, because yes, he has a past, but we all do. We all have a past. That doesn't
Exactly.
mean that we're the same person.
Yes. Everybody.
And see, and I even told Corey, I said, I'm gonna tell you, the reason why your mama and your aunt or whatever else, your family, I said, have that view of you that you're just no good, you're not gonna amount to anything, this and all this other stuff, you're just gonna get in trouble. I said, that's because that's what they see you from what you used to be. I said, but
Yeah,
you're
I'm used
not
to
that
that.
person anymore. So they just still have that picture in their mind of what he used to be.
They didn't
And
do their own forgiveness stage. He did.
right, right, exactly. And so I tried to help him understand what the dynamics were and why they felt like that. Say, and if you don't want to feel, you don't want them to look at you like that, I said, then you prove them wrong.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
do it
Show
for
them the work that
you,
he
not
did.
not just to
Exactly.
prove them wrong, but do it for yourself to improve
Yes.
them wrong. I said, but when you still doing this same stupid asinine behavior, I said, that's why
That's
people have that
insanity.
attitude with you. It's just, I don't know, man. He just gets on my nerves, I swear. I mean, now don't get me wrong.
I
There are
understand,
times
my
where
friend.
Corey, he buys her flowers, a lot. He'll, buy her all these beautiful little things, on Valentine's or Mother's Day or, different, her birthday, and take her out and do special things. So, I mean, it's not that he doesn't do these things. It's just that he's not consistent. Then the
Until he
next day
figures it
he's
out,
totally, yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Then the next day he's totally distant. I mean, so it's and I know it's because he's got stuff going on in his head, but he needs to learn to communicate. And she's told him
Yeah.
that 50 million times.
Agree.
Yeah. Hey,
So it's
darling.
Yeah, so until he decides to do
So
that,
UFO God.
yeah, at least, yeah, that's right. At least he did talk to me. Yeah, because I told him, because I go over there when they were at the other place. I used to go over sometimes, and I stay the weekend or something, and we would all just
Contours.
hang out and watch TV and have a good time. Hey,
Honey.
hello, UFO guys.
Oh, you got this,
Hey, I'm
Dalian.
Darlene, hi,
at
baby.
my mom's house. I'm kidding.
But yeah, so but I will
I hear
say
you,
he
Teresa.
does, I does
I
he
don't want
does
to.
help, like like with me moving and stuff like that, and moved when I had to put all the stuff into the storage unit to begin with. Him and his friend is the one that moved everything, and him and Quentin, the friend that they're living with now, is going to be the one that is going to help moving. Move my stuff from storage unit and everything else. And I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. So, yeah, I do appreciate that. He does help when he is really needed to. So that's greatly
Yeah,
appreciated.
it's good. Exactly. You're a good person,
Yeah,
Victoria.
yeah. So and I let him know every time he's something. I said, I really appreciate you doing that for me. I said, because it means a lot. I said, because he knows I don't have nobody else. So
Oh God,
yeah. So
there's
he
like a
does do
big,
that.
a
We know
big
Yeah.
how it's
So
like when we
seagull
have nobody
or
else.
a big bird on my fence out there. I'm like, every time I look out and I see a huge bird, I'm like, oh my God. It's like it's
but
so weird because they come all the way over here from the bay, but I've been seeing them lately, but not before. It's like they're showing up.
really, what kind of birds are they?
Um, you know, I don't really know. It's just like a seagull or something. No, it's got brown wings though. I don't know. It's not white. It's walking
What
down the road like a
are
unit.
they big? Are they big birds?
Yeah, yeah, like Big Bird, only it's not
Crane?
yellow. No,
Oh,
no,
so yeah, either a crane or a heron, or an egret. If they're all white, well, some of them I don't know. Egrets
like
usually are all white,
an
but
egret.
they
Oh, I
do
got a picture of
egrets,
it.
because they come in and make nests in the trees across the street over there. They come every year.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
but
She's in Discord, hon.
yeah, but herons and stuff are
Peloton.
because there's white herons and there's gray and there's what they call blue herons. So they have kind of a grayish and a little bit of brownish on them, so a little different.
Yeah, we have some people that
But
go to Discord to sing, which is cool. Because I
hey,
only have
Avatar!
9 places here.
Hey guys,
I lost
I'm
y'all for
doing
a
yoga,
minute.
but I didn't want to miss the song, so I'm jumping in.
Hello, beautiful.
Yeah.
But I'm here doing my yoga, but I wanted to be present in energy with everyone, so.
Yay.
Oh, yeah. Ashley got down. Why did
We
you
love
get
it.
down?
We love it. We love it.
Where's Teresa?
She's
I'm
on
here.
Discord.
Oh, she's on Discord. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's why I was like, wait a minute, because
And
I saw
Trina,
y'all. I said, I
hello.
don't see you.
I was
Does
like, what do
anyone
you mean? Where am I? I forgot you weren't in
And
here.
Trina
She's
usually is
talking.
Discord and Flower Power.
how is everyone feeling experiencing this epic shift? Like, I know what
Oh
we
my
did
goodness,
yesterday was
Avatar.
incredible, but
Right?
the human resonance, everything is reflecting the work.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
It's at
Mm-hmm.
33 today.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
There
it's
you go.
good.
Oh,
Yes.
thanks, Ashley.
Guess I
Yeah,
need
I
to get
tell you, I
outside.
know
It's
my
supposed to
head has
rain.
been hurting. Yeah, my head has been hurting as
Aw,
well.
Dolly.
I've been feeling a
Mm.
lot of times I'll be feeling like first of all, my whole body has been vibrating for I don't know how long now. But
Mm.
I'll be feeling sensations around my crown,
Hey, Mark.
especially, and sometimes my ears will hurt. I know that it can affect that as well.
My daughter Tiger Lily
I
even
felt like
said she
the
had a
other
headache.
day, the
and
top
she's
of my
never had
head
one.
was like feeling crazy, weird, something.
Mm. What's up, Mark?
Jules, are you okay?
Well,
Oh, what's going on, baby?
Doing good. How about y'all?
What's up, Jules?
Oh, babies, it's a lot.
I hate when I can't see everybody. My
It's a
mom
lot.
didn't eat her cake or her pie. I mean, her cookie or her pie.
Oh,
What's
what's
going
wrong,
on?
honey?
It's just a lot of processing. Yesterday was a really dynamic, energetic, just emotional day, and I didn't really quite realize how much I hadn't processed yet for my dad and my mom and my sister and my uncle.
You're not alone. It's so deep and it's so
Oh,
heavy.
Signing
honey.
up. Hold on.
We're transmuting. We're
Yes.
oh my gosh, I was in it
Really
yesterday
sad.
so hard, and instead of going in it, I decided to go out of it and just be everything that I, the divine inner child, am before all the pain. What did it feel like when we were children playing? Go to that space. Otherwise,
Right.
we're going to keep returning to that solar plexus wound and looping the pain over and over and over. But
Well,
if
I'm
we go
signing
out,
up for doing this for Saba. I'm signing up.
yeah, you're not alone. It is. I'm laying on my pulse electromagnetic frequency mat doing yoga because my energy. I'm grounding it. We are obligación
I look like I don't know what.
I posted a bunch of videos today to help with this.
And I'm signing up for being her person. Julian and I are going to be here when we get her home. We're going to go hospital. You know, she doesn't want to do the radiation and the chemo. We're going to do this energetic and holistically, but the diagnosis, in their opinion, is 1 month, of course. And yesterday's doctor's appointment just changed the dynamic of what I am signing up for.
Oh, hold on. I'll be right
Making
back.
a choice. You need to change that ringer, girl. Have you looked into the
I'm going to tell you something
frequency
that
of
I
that
learned
song?
yesterday. It's called being a soul doula. You're her soul doula.
I am. We
And,
are.
and just like the death doula, you're a soul doula, and you have to be in a state of detachment so that you guys are soul union. You're this what you're doing, and I know this because I've done it so many times.
We are.
I'm a
And,
death
you know,
doula.
my son and Saba have this connection that's just otherworldly. So him and I decided yesterday this is what we're doing.
Proud of you, girl. That's a big, big responsibility as a soul doula. But you got this. This is part of your embodiment, your evolution.
It is. It really will. It is. So it's just a lot. I'm here. I'm having some tea. Just talked to her best friend and made some hard choices. And so energetically, we want her home on Friday. She needs to be home. Let her be comfortable, and whether it's a long time or a short time, she needs to be home.
And who is it? Is this your mom?
No, this is Saba, my beautiful neighbor, who yes,
your
is
neighbor
has literally like engulfed
Oh,
us.
so it's all bringing it all back.
Yeah, yesterday she's talking about liver biopsies, and I went through that whole situation, like all of the things with my dad.
right.
And I was like, no, she doesn't want any of that. She doesn't want an invasive anything.
Right.
So
She's ready to go home. She's
ready to
go home
live
and whatever
without-
that means.
Yes.
Whatever that means.
Yes,
with
whatever that
no preconceived notions. She's just ready to be home within herself, whatever.
100%. Absolutely. And it's just such a hard, it's living in the 3D world, but not of
It's
it.
so
right?
hard.
Home in reality is, yes, you need 24 hours. Yes, you need somebody here to take you to the bathroom and do all those things that are so hard. And we're doing this. We're doing this. My soul has chosen.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. I
Beautiful.
love you guys. It's just a really, this will be the first round sober, though. I
You
feel
got
divorced
this. You
with
got
Christine,
this.
you know, and my mom was 10 years ago. It's different in this round, but it's like one of those things I kind of wish I didn't have expertise in, you know.
I know.
But here's the
Oh
bonus.
no.
You know, I know that I met the doctor that I was sitting in that office with yesterday. When I looked at her eyes, I knew that I met her. And yes, this experience is going to put me in a location to thank a lot of the doctors that I haven't ever seen again. And, you know, a lot of the nurses and just the people with my family in that hospital going, it was, you know, all full circle. It's all full circle.
Jules, just recharge your batteries, girl. Give yourself so much self-love because you are given that love. You
It's true,
really
baby.
are.
It's true.
You are that soul guru like Avatar has been saying.
It's true. And, you know, my client today is my favorite yard. That's not a coincidence. So I've already talked to him about just having my Christ session in the backyard. Don't worry about what you see on the cameras. I'm just going to go have a moment in your yard.
You are not doing anything weak.
like,
You are
"Go for
doing
it,
what
girl."
strong people do for others. And I'm
Go
very
for it,
proud of
girl.
you.
Everything is in divine
Yeah.
alignment. I completed the codes
give
and
you a
I'm
lot of
mailing your
encouragement,
thing
Jules.
today.
Well, baby? I didn't hear the last thing either of you said, actually.
I said I completed. It's synchronistic with what you're going through.
I have no doubt.
I completed the last of the outer shell on your double eye last night.
Beautiful.
And I
Yeah.
said it's ready to go today. And so it's so synchronistic. You're on you've this is the beginning and the end of something. It's the beginning and the end, and those are the rough ones, you know, when we gotta let go and
It
move
really
to the
is. You know, there
last
really is
stuff.
so much.
Christine, I'm thinking about you while I'm seeing a bee hovering around my feet. I'm staying grounded, honey. Yes, I am.
I love that. So I came over here because I know Saba has a tambourine. When I see her today, I'm going to find out where it is because I know she has one.
Love you too, Christina.
Oh,
Giving you that
yeah,
love
because
back.
I miss Ben. I miss his energy. But
Yes, I do miss Ben too.
I don't know if he
talking
knows
about
about
Ben
the
Mee.
Discord. He could go in Discord and do the.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
I just walked down the hallway. Oh, man.
Oh, that was awesome.
Not too windy out. My chimes are not going
Everybody,
yet.
Good chimes.
welcome in,
Hi,
guys. I'm
James.
good.
Hey, James.
Welcome in. Can't wait to sing with you guys. Let's
Yeah,
go.
1 minute.
Let's go.
Woo! Excited.
I love doing this grid work with you guys. It's like amazing.
Every day it gets better and better.
I know it does.
Because we're all walking in our truth. We're all embodying further and deeply within as the energy versus the avatars. We're witnessing the reflection of the oneness that we are. We are all one. You are me and I am you. There is no separation in this space. We are here now.
Yep. Here we go.
Here we go.
Hurry.
All right.
And so it is.
So it is.
All it is.
So it is. Thank you, everybody.
Have a
I
beautiful
love you so much.
Thank you. Thank
Love
you.
you. Have a beautiful day.
Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Oh my gosh. Yes, you
Have a
are.
beautiful day, everyone.
I got to show you, Jason.
Oh, beautiful rocks.
Look at
We
this.
found some beautiful rocks yesterday with a bunch of
Oh,
looks like
gorgeous.
scrying on them.
Wow. Wow. What is that?
Amazing.
What is that?
It's a lot like yours. That's what I had to show you. It is the sigil for activation of anchoring the rainbow light body activation. Yep.
All right. I love you. Love you
All
so
right,
much.
guys. Have a
Opal. Thank
beautiful,
you so
beautiful
much.
day. Mwah. Namaste.
Okay, bye bye.
Namaste.